Good morning. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about being healed of my anxiety because the last video I made, I don't think, I don't know. I just want to talk about it some. I was tormented for most of my life. When I was around 5 years old, I was put on nerve medicine because I would be nervous and I would throw up. I was tortured. I would have horrific dreams and it was all fine, and it was weird because it wasn't nothing, and then all of a sudden one night it was, and once I started having them horrific dreams, it was like the same bad dream every night. Every night. I tried so hard not to die. And but it was bad, and my mom finally took me to the doctor, and they said I had bad nerves, and they put me on nerve medicine. It was clear medicine. I don't remember the name. It started with an L, but it tasted horrible. And I remember when I take it, it wasn't very long after I'd pass out. I remember my sister telling me, because my mom had a footstool that I really liked sitting on, and my sister would laugh. She'd say, "Yeah, I was sitting there, and next thing you know, I just pass out and fall off of it." But anyway, what's weird though is after we moved to California and we got out of that house, I quit having them horrific dreams. Those ones, the same dream over and over. I quit having that one, and I had that one for I don't know how many years. Well, I was 7 when we moved, so from about 5 to 7, more or less. Anyway, I'm not really sure. But then then I have had so many bad things happen to me, and then I've still had bad dreams, but they were all kinds of other dreams. But I was always trying to be killed. Somebody was trying to kill me, and it was something bad and scary, and I'd wake up so scared and so terrified. And I would pray sometimes, "Oh God, please don't let me die." I was stupid and didn't ask for help not to have the dreams. It was just, "Don't let me die in them dreams," because they were so scary. But I mean, and then when I got older, I took Valium for a little, and then I got on Xanax. Well, the Xanax, I didn't realize my nerves were bad, and I had bad panic attacks, but the Xanax made it worse, and I thought it was making it better. And I took nerve pain medicine. I don't know how many kinds, but at the end I took Norco, and then I had to take several muscle relaxers because I have back cramps. And I was on Baclofen at the end, or before I quit taking it, and then I was on Phenergan, which, because I threw up all the time. I just was so sick all the time and throwing up. And but I didn't realize how bad all that medicine was doing me. It was making things so much worse. And I would have I had crippling anxiety. I mean, I couldn't, when we go out to eat, I would have trouble eating. I'd be so afraid I would choke and die. I mean, horrific thoughts would go through my mind. I would have manic thoughts like crazy. I was tortured so bad I couldn't hardly function, and I did function though. I went to work, and the more I would try, the more I'd have the panic attacks, the more I'd take the pills. Oh, more pills would do better. Some people would be passed out and for days on how many I took, but it was just like it wasn't affecting me. I just keep taking more and more, and I didn't realize what was happening. But things started getting bad. And I can't remember when it was. I was in about 54 or 55. They started saying, "Oh, you got to come off of this medicine because they're finding out it's actually shortening people's lives. The medicine, they're realizing how bad it is, and they're trying to get people off of it." Well, I was thinking I would die without that medicine because I was tortured so bad, and I thought that's the only thing that keeps me getting up and going every day, and I just thought I couldn't do it. It was so bad. I mean, oh, I can't even describe and tell you all the things that happened to me in my life. That it just bad things. But anyway, and I hated myself. I hated myself with a passion. I hated myself. And people would say something mean, but I got to where at a young age, if I made fun of myself first, that a lot of times somebody else wouldn't. Sometimes they would agree, but they wouldn't attack me. But that's whatever. Anyway, I started freaking out about coming off that medicine, and I had to come off of it. Well, I thought I had a few bad years, and I mean, when I did actually decide that I was coming off of it, I got mad at it. I started hating it because it took me over. And I knew I had to get off of it. There was no other way. And I still wasn't begging God to help me. I mean, I would pray for this and that, but I was stupid, I thought. But I'm learning now that evil thoughts, evil demons, evil whatever had a lot of control over me, because I'd have things, I mean, they'd tell me to do stuff and I'd do it, and I'd be like, why would I do that? I didn't know to fight. I didn't know what was happening. I just thought it was me. But anyway, when I started coming off the medicine, and I had never wanted to kill myself because I was afraid to, because even though I would sin, I would thought maybe I wouldn't make it to heaven if I did. I didn't know. But when I was coming off that medicine, I was in so much physical and mental pain. I thought about it. I thought, I understand now how people could do it, because it was just so bad. But the more I started coming off of it, the more I started wanting God to help me, and I started reaching out and asking and praying, and I thought I could never be forgiven because I had done horrific things in my life, but I thought there's no way I could be forgiven. But I started craving God, and I wanted help, and it was over a year it took me to come off of that medicine all the way. And I mean, I couldn't think, I couldn't do hardly nothing. I would put a pot on it with nothing in it and burn it, and I couldn't remember what I was doing. Nobody understood what I was going through, but Jesus did. I started wanting to read the Bible, but I had threw my Bible away. And then I was thinking, and then it kept coming to me, well, maybe there's one that I could listen to. And then the Lord helped me find a Bible I could listen to. And I listened to it from front to back. And the more I listened to it, the more I cried and squalled, because I couldn't believe. I always thought it was different. I thought it was different, but it wasn't. It is so much better. It was, I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe what Jesus had to go through. He loved us so much. And I can't believe what he had to go through. But anyway, the more I started coming off the medicine and getting away from it, the more I was turning to the Bible and Jesus and the Lord. And I'd pray, God, help me, help me, help me. And he started helping me. And the more I asked, the more he helped. And when I finally got so broke down to where I didn't want my life or want anything to do with any of that medicine or anything else, things started getting better. And I just prayed and prayed, and I was begging, and things started getting better. And then finally, I said it before in another video, I finally got to where I got forgiveness of my sins, and that was the best thing ever. I was so happy. I felt like I was floating to heaven. But then, I don't know, over a year, I don't remember exactly how long, I had to go visit my dad in a different state in Texas, and the anxiety took me over, and I wasn't on the medicine. And Lord help me. I mean, even the pain medicine made my pain worse. Oh, God, everything made everything worse. But anyway, everything got better after I got forgiven of my sins, and I started, it was probably a year or two that I wasn't forgiven because I don't know what I was doing, but I was searching my way to Jesus, and I found him. But then when I forgot forgiveness of my sins, and everything was so much better, but still I had anxiety, and I had to go visit my dad. And my sister was going out there, and I had a certain time I had to be there, a certain day. I couldn't do it. I got sick for 3 or 4 days. I can't even remember how long I was in the bed, and I was throwing up. I was a nervous wreck, and I was tortured again, and I couldn't take it. And finally, I went in my closet. I heard somebody say to give it to God or something like that. I can't quite remember, but I went in my closet, and I prayed, and I squalled and bawled, and I was begging, please take it from me. I can't do it no more. Take it from me, take it from me. I can't remember everything I said, but I was begging God to take it from me. And after I got done praying, I threw up. And after I did, I felt so much better, but it didn't click. I was just kind of like, this is weird. Something's different. And I'm slow to catch on a lot of times, but the next day I did have to go to Texas. I went, and on the way down there, we was riding to Texas about 10 to 11 hours to go, and I was thinking, man, something's different, but I wasn't for sure what. And then I was in Texas thinking something's different, but I wasn't for sure what. And then when we came back, it dawned on me, I was forgiven. I was healed of my anxiety. It was God. It was God. It was God. And that torment has been gone from me. It was either the last day of September or the first day of October in 2020. I was released of it. And it won't come back because I refuse to let it go back. I refuse to let it come back because I can let it come back. I can give into it, but I won't. And I had to learn how to live, to act, to go places, to do things without it, because all of my life, I was tormented, tortured, and everything with it. And now that it's gone, it's like I had to learn how to live without it, and it's the best thing ever. And I hope if you have anxiety, fears, torments, anything like that, don't keep putting up with it. Ask Jesus, and He will deliver you from it. He will help you with it. I still, every day, all throughout the day, I have to ask Jesus to help me, help me, help me. For anything, for everything, or sometimes just for nothing, because I want Him. I just want Him to be close to me. But I feel so much better, and I know I'm crying, but I'm sorry. I love Jesus so much, and I just want to help somebody with my story, and I hope I can. And I hope you don't keep being tortured, because it's horrible. It's horrible. And it's demons and it's bad things that tell you to do stuff and make you do stuff, and you can choose to listen to them or choose not to, and I did for so long. And now I don't want to, and I fight it, and I try to fight it, and I ask for help, and I get the help. Oh, I hope what I say can help somebody, anybody, that if they're going through this and they don't think there's ever a way out, because I didn't think there was, but there is, and it's Jesus Christ that can deliver you. Well, I'm thankful you sat and listened to me. I hope I helped anybody, somebody, something, someone out there, not something, I'm sorry, someone out there. If you're going through torture, torment, or anything, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it is Jesus Christ. And if you just ask Him and turn to Him, He will deliver you from it, because He did me, and I no way deserved it. I did not deserve it to be delivered, but He did it. He had mercy. He loves me. He's been with me all my life, and I say that over and over, and I still don't quite understand why, but maybe it's because He knows I would eventually turn to Him, and so He just waited patiently. Well, I hope you have a good and a blessed day. I thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope I get to talk to you again. I thank you so much for everything, and I hope you have a good day.